Hello, my name is Melanie Socorro, and today we will be talking about the rise of online sexual violence, Black Mirror's version, also known as Turning a Blind AI. It comes as no real surprise to any of us that live in the digital age that we're often confronted with a wide variety of new technology. Some of this technology is groundbreaking, some of it is just plain amusing, and then some of which hold serious malevolent consequences. And so today I want to bring to your attention the rise of online sexual violence, as it started with non-consensual explicit images, also known as revenge porn, the sites that helped kickstart revenge porn, such as Is Anyone Up, 4chan, etc., the consequences that these sites have on the people that they hurt, and the legislation, or lack thereof, that was taken or not taken in response to these issues. And then we'll go into our Black Mirror's version of it all, which is the contemporary version of revenge porn, also known as synthetic non-consensual explicit images, or deepfake porn. We'll talk about deepfakes, we'll talk about their origin, and the consequences that come with synthetic non-consensual explicit images. Then we'll talk about the perspective to take on these issues and some action that we can hold towards our legislatures, towards our peers about these issues. To experience revenge porn is to experience locker room laughter. It's to experience catcalls and side-eyed glances in crowded hallways, a disappointing text from a disgruntled parent. It's the confusion and the fear of everyone knowing something that you don't. And most of all, it's the fetal position in a dark, silent room. And it's a shared experience that many women and many people of the queer community undergo while they exist in the digital era. Revenge porn is no stranger to our society. In fact, we might even know them personally. Revenge porn, or non-consensual pornography, started in 1953 with our very own Marilyn Monroe. It's a prevalent crime and it's existed for 70 years now, going untried most times in a court of law. And from 2016 to 2019 has skyrocketed a whopping 400%. Sites such as Is Anyone Up, Pink Meth, and 4chan, they were the ultimate black holes of non-consensual pornography. In fact, they made a living sharing non-consensual pornography with other people. These sites were founded on the basis of online sexual abuse and profited off of the damage that they did to many women and many people of the queer community. Luckily, the vast majority of these sites were taken down, just prosecuted on the basis of crimes that were not directly related to the actual non-consensual pornography at hand. And frankly, at this time, non-consensual pornography isn't even considered a criminal offense at a federal level. As stated by the Congressional Research Service, distributions of such materials over the internet or the interstate commerce could, however, violate other federal laws depending on the circumstances. So one thing that might prove to be even more unsettling than the imminent depravity of our future is the looming precedence of our clearly apathetic past. More often than not, revenge porn against an individual of 18 years of age or older cannot be prosecuted as sexual abuse or even sexual harassment. And it's this lack of significant crime classification on top of the lack of federal action that has contributed to the chronic contention behind the issue. It seems to suggest that revenge porn was only addressed by the legislature out of a technicality, as opposed to an authentic call for action. Precedents set by copyright laws and laws regarding the sexual exploitation of minors were what really facilitated any legal action towards this issue. But they failed to really address the core of the issue, which is the abuse and the blatant violation of one's right to privacy. But if you thought that the consequences of platforms like 4chan and Is Anyone Up were inconceivably revolting, then you might be in for a reality check that's going to have your skin crawling off of your body. Because in true internet fashion, deepfake AI is held under the guise of sophistication with just a hint of ethical ambiguity. In the late 1990s, deepfake AI was introduced to the cyberculture. It was introduced through the Video Rewrite Program, which is a program that served to alter video footage of people speaking to incorporate alternative audio tracks. It actually had a tremendous ability to implement dubbing into film and media, and it held great results. In 2017, the term deepfake was coined by none other than Deepfake the Reddit user. To further exemplify the repulsive nature of this terminology, Deepfake the Reddit user was known for posting pornographic images and videos of celebrities using open source face swapping technology. And so I hereby pinpoint a monumental amount of stress on the fact that the standardized term for this software was derived from an individual that was actively participating in online sexual abuse and was proactive in their intentions of explicit malice. And maybe for a nanosecond, this technology served as an amusing and compelling tool for innovation. But now it serves as a tool that instigates deep-seated dread and apprehension. Malice behind deepfake software originated with its terminology, and it's shown time and time again how it's set on destroying reputations, self-image, and the autonomy of the individuals that it's made its victims. In 2019, Sensity reported almost 15,000 deepfake videos found online. 96% of those were pornographic. 90% of those were women. And this number hasn't decreased. If anything, it's increased, and it's not going to be decreasing anytime soon. Often, deepfake porn is going to target individuals like celebrities and well-known internet personalities. But the growing concern is that it's not going to stop there. Pseudo-revenge porn is an incredibly probable threat to any person, regardless of age or gender. Existing during this time makes you a victim. Let's take an article written by Iman El-Attila of Euronews, who was writing on one of these instances. Noelle Martin was an 18-year-old girl when she discovered pornographic pictures of her were being circulated online. She didn't know that she'd ever taken any intimate images, let alone shared any of them. However, it was her face on the images, it just wasn't her body. And suddenly she was a victim of deepfake porn. She went on to tell Euronews that this is a lifelong sentence. It can be used to destroy people's lives and livelihoods, their employability, their interpersonal relationships, their romantic relationships, and there's very little that anyone can do about it. Very similar to non-consensual pornography, very similar to revenge porn. In fact, many victims of deepfake porn have described it as a way to be put in your place, especially when you have the audacity to disagree publicly with the rampant violation of someone's identity and autonomy. Legislature on the issue of deepfake porn has been tactfully stagnant in its approach to address the issue at hand. And as we've witnessed, sexual abuse is often on the back burner, the locker room talk of our legislature. This kind of malevolent disregard of autonomy and cruel display of superiority, especially against women and people of the queer community, doesn't usually get a seat with the big boys. Until now. The gears are turning, and action is being taken by social media platforms to protect users from image-based sexual violence and assist in the de-escalation of the information apocalypse, or infocalypse. And with all eyes on deepfake AI right now, there are two heavy hitters in the technological era, and that's fear and that is unfamiliarity, and rightfully so. This period of the digital age has the potential to witness many deaths, beginning with the death of autonomy and authenticity. So let's conceptualize this with a good old adoption theory. This is a useful philosophy to represent the ways in which people are likely to adopt new technologies, or in this case, adopt an understanding regarding the need for legislation against deepfake porn. Based on adoption theory, individuals may or may not fall into the categories of innovator, early adopter, early majority, late majority, or laggards, depending on the circumstances. Each category is a different kind of individual willing to adopt. For example, the innovator is an individual that might jump straight into action, whereas the early adopter is an individual that might have an in-depth understanding of the issue and is willing to take action and spread awareness to communities. Early majority are individuals that are open to understanding the issue and might be open to sharing the issue as well. Now, the late majority, they might be skeptical, and they might need a little bit of time warming up to the issue. Laggards, these are individuals that are skeptical of the issue, and they might not see the outright relevance of it in their life, and it might take a little bit of time to get them on board. In this particular case, the category that you feel you most identify with can signify where you might stand regarding the issue of deepfake porn. Now, this theory is definitely set on categorizing individuals into boxes. That isn't always an accurate assumption, but it can serve as a navigation tool to pinpoint where your level of engagement is and where you hope to stand with this engagement in the future. And knowing where you stand is crucial to any change, any movement, and any work towards a better tomorrow. And as a friendly reminder, these categories serve no answers as to the content of your character. I'm sure that you're lovely, but this is just an apparatus of introspection, and it'll allow you to understand where you are in terms of pushing for the barring of deepfake porn. At the very core of social innovation lies one crucial facet, and it's a very easy one: conversations. Conversations with friends, with colleagues, with legislatures. The impact that a casual conversation has on the unification of people is monumental. Collective action would cease to exist without stimulation from formal and informal conversations. One's ability to communicate these issues to the people around them and shed light into the dark corners of a reality that other people might not be familiar with is what often, if not almost always, serves as a turning point in legislation. Because remember, local representatives and state legislatures, they're inclined to appeal to the people. And we're the people. Communicating the need for collective action and staying informed on those collective actions and collective needs will be what pivots from a need into a law. And I would like to leave you with the knowledge that everyone has the potential to be a victim of image-based sexual violence. No one is exempt. No politician, no celebrity, no coworker, no friend, no person in our society is spared from the malicious intent at the hands of deepfake AI. Not anymore. Thank you.